POV, you're making a luxury leather desk mat to fit a pretty large desk to comfortably hold, say, a laptop, a mouse, a notebook, things like that. Beautiful for an upgraded desk setup. I know most people are working from home nowadays, which was, sort of the inspiration behind launching these desk mats. I know I wanted to have two different sizes. This one here is a 16-inch by 40-inch, so it's a pretty large one. I do offer a smaller version as well. It's 12 3/4 by 28, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. This here is a Black Harvest full grain chrome tan pull-up leather, super high quality black leather. And what I personally really like about this is the kind of waxy top finish, which is actually quite smooth. You might hear waxy and think it's like sticky, but it's not. It's very, very smooth. And I always told myself when I was going into designing these desk mats that if they were not going to successfully be comfortable enough to like glide your mouse unbothered and unstopped, something that was going to be uncomfortable to use, I just wasn't going to go forward with making them. It's something that I did really, really want to excuse me. It's something I did really, really want to make, and my wife was pushing me to make them. But I wasn't super sure how the leather would turn out in terms of like the quality of it being like an actual mouse pad. Turns out it's phenomenal. It's great. I've sold them to gamers who are super anal about their mouse pads and the gliding of their mice. And I've had zero complaints. I've had feedback from them saying it's great and they love it. One of my best friends uses it for his gaming PC setup, and it works out really well. He said he uses it all the time and loves it. So if you get the golden check mark from the gamers, I think you're in the clear. Personally, I've used several different versions of these, and they work out great. With that said, when I was designing these, I knew I wanted there to be a stitching detail. I feel like a lot of times I'm looking at options online that are full grain, like really high quality, like luxury versions of desk mats made of leather. I find them to be just like one solid piece of leather, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. If you have a minimalist desk setup, that's awesome. More power to you. But I wanted something with a little bit more of a touch of detail. And something I really pride myself on when I built my company is that I really allow the customers to really design it themselves. So you pick the leather that you like, mix that with the stitching color that you like, mix that with a free laser engraving personalization, or a company logo if you're branding it for like your work office, or if you're getting it as a gift for a colleague. So there's a lot of layers of designing this yourself and really personalizing it that I wasn't really finding much of online. I'm not saying that I'm unique in the sense that I'm the only one doing it, but especially in the desk mat field, I really thought that there was a way to personalize this and step it up, giving it that extra detail, because I feel like the desk space should be a more zen space for people, especially working from home. You really want that desk to be like your own little oasis, because I feel like sometimes when you're at work, it can be a pain or a headache, and you really decorate the desk to something that you like, and that space that you like and want to be in for hours on end. And I feel like just buying a default desk mat online doesn't really fit the bill. So if you have a really dark desk and you like the darker colors, the black leather might be for you, and you might want to add a pop of contrast. You might want to match the stitching to that notebook that you use all the time. So with that said, these are available on my website, not through TikTok Shop, but I will link some other options in the same leather.